This lady is very funny. One of my favorite comedians. Get it from Mariah Woods.
How y'all doing tonight? Okay, first of all, thank you for the whistle. Okay, first of all, I want to say I'm glad to know that none of you had anything better to do on a Sunday night either. Because it really makes me feel less alone, you know? I think as crazy as this year's been, I'm actually so glad that it's 2025, because I think 2024 was the worst year of my fucking life. Did anybody else have a terrible 2024? You did? You did? What happened? You don't want to say it? Girl, it's okay. Mine was worse. Don't even worry about it. Mine was worse. One thing to know about me, I will always try to one-up people when it comes to trauma. But see, my trauma happens in a way that's comical. It ends up being funny to my friends because I'm that friend in my friend group, okay? I'm not the super successful one. I'm not the one in a loving and happy relationship. I'm not the one who's super fit and sexy. No, I'm the one who gets dumped by a 38-year-old bald guy on my birthday. No, don't aw, fuck him. I'm the one who gets rejected from donating plasma for some extra cash and then gets a parking ticket leaving the donation center. But you know what? I made a resolution this year. The first major inconvenience that I have, I'm going to find the nearest group of white teenagers and kill myself in front of them. I want to scar them for life, so I like to go out with a bang. But I want to do something good for my people on the way out, you know? I'm just playing. I'm actually way too self-centered to ever kill myself. I could never deprive the world of all of this, you know what I mean? I'm actually too good for that. And listen, I'm not a person who thinks I'm too good for most things, because I grew up very poor. Did anybody else grow up poor? You weren't as poor as me. Listen, I never owned Converse sneakers. Okay, I wore Airwalks. Y'all remember those? Yeah. Look, we couldn't afford no fucking Uggs, but I wore the fuck out of some Bear Paws. My family single-handedly kept Payless in business in the early 2000s. So I'm not above most things. And listen, I'm not even above doing low-down shit, because I've done some real low-down shit in my life. Once I on purpose, dropped a scaffold on my boss's face at work. Because, you know, negligence and youth. Another time, my brothers and I actually broke a window playing baseball in the kitchen. So naturally, we replaced the window with saran wrap, because we thought there was no way that my mama would notice the difference. I swear to God, I think if you could sue children for emotional damage and property damage, my mother would be a very rich woman. Thank God she can't sue us. But you know, I've been thinking a lot about that lately, because I think in my life, I've pissed off enough people to warrant legal action. You know, no, but seriously, that was always one of my dreams. I always wanted to be a part of a class action lawsuit. I used to hope and pray that I would get mesothelioma. Because of that TV commercial. Where are the TV commercials in 2025 getting kids interested in rare types of cancer? We don't have them. We don't have them. But you know what? All jokes aside, mesothelioma just sounds cool as fuck. And this is no shade to people with cancer. But if I had to choose a cancer to have, I would pick mesothelioma. Because what sounds cooler? Oh, I have colon cancer, and now I have to wear this bag around my waist permanently. Or you could say, yeah, well, I have mesothelioma, so fuck you, I win. You know? It just sounds mysterious, and most importantly, I would love the attention that it would bring to my life. I am the kind of person who will do almost anything for attention. I mean, no, seriously. Seriously, I was that kid in high school who was posting a picture of my hospital bracelet on Snapchat 4 days after the fact. 4 days after the fact. Meanwhile, I was only there because I convinced myself that I was having a stroke. You know, it's funny when you get diagnosed with a mental illness as an adult, because a part of you is like, I never saw this coming. But when you think back to your childhood, there were signs. I once watched the movie Ray when I was a kid about the famous pianist and successful heroin addict, Ray Charles. You know, we don't talk about that aspect of the movie enough, because I think it's one thing to be able to play the piano blind. Like, okay, great, you're not special. A lot of people do that. But to successfully shoot up heroin for decades and never overdose without the gift of sight, like that is the true marvel of that movie. Okay, we can learn a lot from heroin addicts. My point is after I saw that movie, I woke up for weeks afraid that I'd gone blind in my sleep. So when 15 years later, a psychiatrist diagnosed me with OCD, naturally I was shocked. I said, how the fuck could this have happened? But there were signs. So to any parents out there, I want you to do me a favor when you go home. I want you to ask your child the signs and symptoms of a stroke or a heart attack. You pick, dealer's choice. If they can quote to you lines from the Mayo Clinic's website, you might have a problem on your hands that only likes a broken ribs. Thank you guys so much. I'm Mariah.